Ron Brooks cut. Sad day, at least for me. I liked Ron Brooks. I thought Ron Brooks was a great pickup by the Eagles. I thought he would flourish in our defense, especially under Jim Schwartz. He played under Jim Schwartz. I liked the idea of him. Unfortunately, he got hurt really early in the season last year, and he came back from that. Now he has a lingering hamstring injury. Unfortunately, he probably wouldn't have made the team. I would have liked him to make the team. I thought he would. I think he was a lot better than Patrick Robinson, who everyone says is beating him out in the off season. But I liked Ron Brooks a lot, and I think that he would have did very, very well in this defense. I thought Leotis McKelvin would have did very, very good in this defense, especially being under a guy like Jim Schwartz. But unfortunately, he's gone. I believe he saved us upwards to $1 million on our cap space. But I thought he would be a guy that can come in and do the work that he needed to do, especially with guys like Ronald Darby and Jalen Mills. I really, really, really thought that we were going to keep him, but with all our younger guys like Rasul Douglas, it sucks, in my opinion. I thought he would be very, very good, but I think someone will sign him. Someone's bound to sign him, but that's not what I'm really here about. The big news is Joe Haden. Where's Joe Haden going to go? He was released by the Browns. Big talks about the Eagles signing him, and I don't want the Eagles to sign him. I don't think that it'd be a good plan, but I can already tell that Howie Roseman's on the phone right now and trying to acquire him. Nobody wanted to take on that $11 million due that he was owed. If the Eagles get Joe Haden, who since his Pro Bowl year really hasn't done much. I mean, if we sign him, if we sign to a year or two deal, it's going to be pretty much the rest of our cap space, in my opinion, just gone, and he's not even going to start for us. I think Joe Haden wants to be a starter in the league, and if he came in, he'd come in the slot, and who knows how well he can do. He was on the Browns. Who really, really knows how well he was going to be on the team, and who knows if we do sign him, what he's going to actually do. I don't watch much Browns football, so but I know that Joe Haden had a decent when he was in the Pro Bowl. He had a good year, but I did watch him last year, and I watched guys like Nelson Aguilar burn him, and I watched guys like Alan Hearns burn him, and I've watched him get burned a lot. So if you're letting guys like Nelson Aguilar burn you, how good really can you be? Like I said, our starters going into this year are Ronald Darby and Jalen Mills, and eventually when Sidney Jones comes back, he'll be in there. And then we have, Patrick Robinson, Rasul Douglas. I don't know. I don't want him. I think it's a huge mistake if we sign him. But it also can be a good thing if we sign him. He might actually end up being good under Jim Schwartz, who really knows. I think if he's going to go anywhere, he'll go to Dallas. He'll go to Pittsburgh. I can see Kansas City signing him, as long as it's for the right price, I think. But if we do, the thing about it is that next year we have to re-sign guys like Alshon Jeffrey. I believe we have to re-sign Wentz either next year or the year after that. And nobody knows what's going to go on with LeGarrette Blount. I don't see us re-signing him, but we need the money next year. And I think if we just had a little bit more money to play around with, I think it'd be a good idea. But we don't have much money to work with right now, and our team looks so different this year than it did last year. Obviously, it looks a lot different than it did last year with all the acquisitions. Excuse me. It looks. I don't know who this team is going to be this year. I know I'm still going to root for the team, but our team is completely different than last year, aside from Carson Wentz, realistically, and Wendell Smallwood. And, our O-line got revamped. Our defensive line is revamped. I think if we sign Joe Haden, it better be for a good price, and the Eagles better make it known to him that he is not going to be a starter, and he will come in on maybe specific plays or come in for very, like I said, just very special situations. I don't see Joe Haden having that much of an impact. But who knows? But I know for a fact that Howie Roseman's trying to wheel and deal for him right now. So we'll see. I believe that he is able to sign with any team by 4 o'clock Eastern time. I believe I saw that. So we'll see. Our last preseason game is going to be tomorrow against the Jets. Obviously, none of our starters are going to be in. We're going to see a lot of our second and third team guys. A lot of big decisions to make for Doug Peterson and all them to see who's going to make the team, who's not going to make the team. So we'll see what happens. And then we got to get ready for week 1 against the Redskins, which is so very important. I've been talking to the Knights about it. It's so important that we win the NFC East this year. I don't want a wild card berth this year. I want to win the division. And playing the Redskins week 1 is such an important game, and then coming back at home playing the Giants week 3 is so very important. We don't play Dallas until late in the year, so I think it's imperative that the Giants beat them week 1. So we'll see what really happens. I'm really excited for week one. I mean, after Thursday, it's really 10 days away realistically. So we'll see what happens. But Eagles, be smart. Don't sign Joe Haden. We have the guys we need, and that's pretty much it.